From energy companies making major moves in the Williston Basin to healthy soil sucking CO2 from the atmosphere, here's this week's kxag&energyinsight. A Canadian energy company is making major moves in the Williston Basin. Enerplus announced last week they are buying $312 million of Hess Corporation assets in the Williston Basin. They have been active in the Bakken for a decade now. The 79,000 acres they announced that they are acquisitioning from Hess grows their total acreage to 294,000 acres in North Dakota. Hess was not planning to drill on that acreage before 2026, so the sale strengthens Hess's cash and liquidity position. Enerplus's COO Wade Hutchings says the deal mirrors a trend not only seen in the Williston Basin, but across the entire oil and gas industry, where some companies are seeking to exit to get cash and others are seeking to consolidate.
It's hard to predict future acquisition activity, but there are several companies that are actually seeking to market their assets today. And so I would assume and anticipate that there will be other acquisitions like the one we announced this week.
Enerplus says they will immediately allocate capital on the new acreage they've acquired, and they will now be in a position to double their production in the Williston Basin. Enerplus says MHA Nation is a key partner. Dakota Resource Council is raising awareness on the importance of healthy soil restoration for a myriad of issues facing North Dakota. Local food movement, bee populations, food security, climate solutions, urban gardening, improved farm and beef production, dangerous algae blooms, hunting. All of these things have one thing in common, and that's healthy soil. DRC member Dr. Shelley Lenz says North Dakota is continuing to lose an average of 3 to 5 tons of healthy soil per acre annually. Lenz says there needs to be greater awareness and action put towards soil restoration, not only as a way to improve the health and value of the land, but as a way for the land to naturally suck CO2 out of the atmosphere, otherwise known as soil carbon sequestration.
Soil health practices can increase soil carbon storage by 1 to 3 ton per acre per year. That's really important as we're looking for natural climate solutions. It's right here in our grasslands and in our farming in North Dakota.
According to the Department of Natural Resource Ecology and Management at Iowa State University in Ames, soil carbon sequestration is a process in which CO2 is removed from the atmosphere and stored in the soil carbon pool. A new research paper released by the academic journal Global Change Biology finds U.S. beef production is the most sustainable cattle production system in the world. The global demand for beef is rapidly increasing, raising concern about climate change impacts. The study confirms that America's cattle producers have reduced the carbon footprint of the industry by 40%, while also producing 66% more beef since the 1960s. North Dakota Farm Bureau supports the study's assessment, as U.S. cattle ranchers have long been true conservationists of the land, while also providing high-quality protein to Americans.
I think what is important for consumers to understand is that the cow is the most sustainable, environmentally friendly animal God ever created. A cow can take grass that we as humans cannot eat and make something out of. She can convert that into beef, which is really tasty and good, healthy protein for us.
Data shows U.S. cattle ranching safeguards open wild spaces from wildfires, as well as conserves wildlife ecosystems. And the extremely dry conditions continuing across North Dakota has farmers in rough shape as seeding season begins. North Dakota Farmers Union Vice President Bob Kylan is a family farmer near South Hart, North Dakota. During last week's NDFU board meeting, Kylan said many farmers are beginning to seed in order to qualify for their crop insurance, but they're waiting to add high-cost inputs such as fertilizer, pesticides, and herbicides until there's more promising signs of rain.
You got to put your crop in for crop insurance, so I imagine a lot of people are thinking about cutting back on their fertilizer and putting in only what they have to start the seed, and if we do get some rain, then you go and top dress and put fertilizer on that way. So, but if you put it in the ground and seed it, it's going to be there for next year. But we won't lose a lot of it. But it's just, you don't want to put those high inputs into the ground and not get anything back from them.
NDFU tells KX the deadline for seeding for crop insurance varies crop by crop, as well as in different parts of the state. Still to come on KX News, among all industries, restaurants felt some of the biggest effects of the pandemic. We'll tell you how 2 local restaurant owners are finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. That's next.